Welcome to our quick presentation on equity-focused peer mentoring for high school computer science teachers. My name is Brian Tworick, and I am Director of Education for the Computer Science Teachers Association, or CSTA.
My name is Ed Campos. I am the Professional Learning Manager for CSTA.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alita Hubbard-Shayla. I'm a researcher at Wested and also representing my colleague, Yvonne Cow.
Hi, I'm Amy Featherston, a high school teacher and CSTA Wisconsin chapter co-president.
Hi, I'm Linnea Logan, a high school teacher and CSTA Wisconsin co-president.
And we are the Mentors in CS team. Before we tell you about our project, I want to introduce you to two high school CS teachers. First is Sean. Sean has been teaching high school for 10 years, but only started teaching CS last year. He's gone to one summer professional development focused on the CS curriculum used in his district. He is interested in learning more, but he doesn't know what programs to select. Sean is also the only CS teacher at his school, and he's feeling very isolated. He really wants to connect with other CS teachers he can talk to during the school year. Let me also introduce you to Nadia. Nadia's been teaching high school for 25 years, and CS for 10 of those years. She helps facilitate the Exploring Computer Science professional development workshops in her state, and she's eager to help more teachers in their day-to-day CS teaching. Over the last couple of years, the population in her community has been changing. She wants to talk with other CS teachers about ways she can incorporate students' cultural backgrounds into the classroom. Sean and Nadia are not alone. For the first time, there are a sizable number of high school teachers with multiple years of experience teaching computer science courses who are looking for growth opportunities. And at the same time, there's a burgeoning population of new CS teachers who are looking for additional support in their first few years of teaching computer science. And that is why we created Mentors in CS. We're matching experienced and novice teachers for ongoing, rigorous support in computer science. Let's break that down. We match mentors and mentees in one-on-one partnerships based on the goals and that mentees set and the strengths and context that mentors bring. Mentors are experienced teachers with 5 or more years of computer science teaching experience. Mentees are novice CS teachers. They are new to CS teaching, but they are not new to teaching. That ongoing rigorous support looks like personalized, twice per month mentorship meetings where they're focused on one professional learning goal per cycle 3 times in a year. And our context is in high school computer science courses, and we focus on 2 courses in specifically, Exploring Computer Science and AP Computer Science Principles.
So how does Mentors in CS work? Each mentee is paired with a mentor, and they meet twice a month for 1 school year. At the start of the year, they get an orientation to the program and get to know each other. During this time, they also complete a partnership agreement that describes how they plan to work together. Then they work through 3 cycles. The cycles focus on equity and inclusion, classroom practice, and instructional design. During each cycle, the pair works together to assess the mentee's knowledge and skills related to a CS teaching standard. They rate their proficiency in the standard, provide a brief justification, and identify some possible areas for growth and next steps. After the self-assessment, the mentee and mentor work together to create a goal they can focus on during the cycle. To make sure the goal is manageable, they specify how they will measure whether the goal is achieved, create a timeline for the goal, specify plans to achieve the goal, and identify useful resources. During each meeting, mentors keep brief notes about what they discuss, including barriers encountered or useful resources. They also identify any tasks they need to do before the next check-in.
But Mentors in CS is not just about mentees development. We also focus on the development of the mentors. Mentors are part of a community of practice that meets monthly. During these meetings, we reflect on how our mentoring relationships are going and talk about a topic that's relevant to the current cycle. With an eye on our equity goal, we also spend time practicing tricky situations where mentors discuss how they might respond to biased statements from peers, students, or others. At these meetings, mentors also share their expertise with the group, and we have one mentor present a promising teaching practice that they use in their own classroom, then are able to take questions on ideas from other mentors.
So that's the gist of how mentors in CS work. We know that teacher mentoring programs are not new, but we think there are a few ways our program is unique, especially for CS. First, we provide structure to the mentoring. Instead of pairing people and letting them go do their own thing, we provide some boundaries about the goals they set. This helps us focus on standards-aligned CS teaching and also helps us better support the whole group as all pairs work through similar topics at the same time. Secondly, we explicitly focus on equity and inclusion in the way we select participants by including a mentoring cycle focused on equity and discussing ways of addressing bias in our mentor community of practice meetings. Lastly, mentors and mentees are not siloed in their own relationships. They also engage with other teachers participating in the program. We also designed a program around best practices for mentoring and for CS. Our mentoring program is structured around Zachary's 4 stages of effective mentoring. We set up each cycle to move through these 4 stages and provide resources to help participants talk about and document each stage. We also use the CSTA standards for CS teachers to guide the focus of mentee goals and the mentor community of practice. These standards delineate what CS teachers should know and be able to do to support effective, rigorous, and equitable instruction. We focus on 3 standards less well covered by other PD programs.
And so we're currently in the first year of Mentors in CS, and we're really curious to see how the program impacts both mentors and mentees. Some changes we hope to see in our participants are an increase in their confidence of teaching CS, an increase in their pedagogical content knowledge, or their knowledge of strategies and subject matter needed to teach CS to their students, an increase in their use of equitable and inclusive teaching practices, and also growth in their mastery of the standards for CS teachers. To investigate these potential changes, we're going to collect data from mentors and mentees throughout the year, including a self-assessment rubric that mentees complete before each cycle, a survey given to mentors and mentees at the beginning and end of the year, mini surveys that we ask everyone to complete at the end of each month, giving a quick check of how their relationship is going, and then interviews with a subset of mentors and mentees to learn more about how Mentors in CS is having an impact on them. Thank you for listening to this short video about Mentors in CS. We would appreciate any feedback you have about the design of our program. You can reach us on the web at csteachers.org/mentors or by email at mentors@csteachers.org. We look forward to seeing you at the poster.